Hi guys. So for today's video, we are going to be looking into what is your heart trying to tell you. So we have 3 piles here, pile 1, 2, 3. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile you feel most drawn to. And I'm feeling like I should mention my December music playlist. If you guys have been having as erratic of a last 2 months as I have, maybe you should go check that out. If you guys enjoy this reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. I really do appreciate it. It helps to grow my channel and it helps to spread these messages to other people who could use them as well. It's also a great way to give back for the energetic exchange I'm sending you here today. And another great way to do that is through donating to the channel. Everything that you do really does help me out so much, and I appreciate everybody who has been doing that. You guys are great and amazing and wonderful. And you can find my PayPal, Cash App, and Amazon wish list in the description box below if you'd like to do that. So let's get started with pile 1. What is your heart trying to tell you? For one thing, I feel like you guys definitely have the capability to be able to transmute lower vibrational energy to cleanse, clear, and remove any kind of negative energy. I also feel like there may be some negative energy being spread around you, or there was in the past by someone who was in a lot of negative energy. This person could have been somebody who was very pessimistic about everything in their lives. They really couldn't see the silver lining. But you're being asked to focus on the good things, focus on the pure things. You are awakening to a lot of things that you may have missed before, a lot of things that may have been done in the dark. Also, just to be focused on the lighter side of things and the little things, the beautiful things, the wonderful things. This is actually a picture of, it's the second horse my daughter sat on because she got to sit on one a couple years ago when they went to a Christmas thing. It was a gigantic horse too. It was a Clydesdale and it was like 3 times the height of me. So she was terrified to get on that thing at that point. And she actually got to ride a horse earlier this year with somebody I was staying with for a bit. I feel like a lot of you may be working on a lot of the feelings that you have had at points that were not returned as well. So, we have spiritually protected, knowing and trusting that you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. Choosing love, self-love is love too. Careful person. May have been dealing with somebody sneaky, somebody who is doing something in the dark that you were not aware of. Playfulness turns the tide. Unrequited love. Yeah, see, unrequited love. All your hard work pays off. No more being taken for granted. You may have put your foot down in a situation and you might be feeling like, oh, did I do the right thing in this situation? You were led to do this in this situation because your heart can no longer bear giving its all to people who don't want to give back to you. Intuitive proof. You're also being led to start listening to the intuitive proof or messages that you receive. Don't compare or compete unless it's with the past you. No more worries. Things happen sometimes. Address things as they come. You have been enlightened. Trust it. Dawn is breaking. You are waking up. You are seeing things that were missed before. You are understanding things in a deeper way. You are also starting to realize that just because you are going to give love to people does not mean that they are going to give it back to you. And just because you're honest with people does not mean that they are going to be honest with you. Some people choose not to be honest. And sometimes they choose not to be honest because they feel like they are hurting other people. And great for them. But lies hurt far worse than the truth does, in my opinion. And I feel like you feel that way too. But you may have been lied to by somebody. So let's see what else we got here. We have push through any insecurity. No more competing, no more comparing. Trust that you are worthy, trust that you are valuable, trust that you matter. And it doesn't matter if other people don't feel the same way about you as you do them. That shouldn't affect who you are as a person, because who you are as a person is still this beautiful, amazing person. But if they're not on your vibrational level, they are not going to see you in the same way that you may be seeing yourself or others in the world. We also have 69 here, so Cancer. First quarter moon in Cancer. Duh, Cancer. This is the first time I've used this deck. It's the new deck I got from my girls for Christmas. You could be standing alone. Everybody may have turned their back on you. You may even be guarding your heart quite a bit and very defensive of the people around you because of their sneakiness, or because of the things they've done in the dark, or because of the hurt or pain that you have had happen in the past. And you're being asked to release that and move forward. Speak your world into being. First quarter moon in Gemini. So it's time to speak your manifestations into being. You have the power to transmute this darkness. You have the power to really change lives, I feel like, for a lot of you. You have the power to heal yourself and others, and to be able to spread that light that you have within yourself to the world around you. And I feel like a lot of you may have held back in a lot of ways because of past situations that happened where you may have dealt with some people that were very two-faced. And some of you may also be starting to learn to deal with the fact that everybody has a light and a shadow side. Yourself and everyone else included. Some choose to live in the light side and some choose to live in the shadow side. It is a choice, and at the same time, sometimes they don't know any different. So I feel like you wake a lot of people up to what they could be choosing to do in their life instead of what they are choosing. Moth, like a moth to a flame, but like a moth to a flame, and you just burn right through it. Like I said before, you are a healer, and there's a lot of people who will tell you not to bother with anybody who has lower vibrational energy, but the whole thing is, how do you heal the world around you? By not turning away from them, by not choosing not to love them simply because they have darkness in them. At the same time, protect yourself too, but you are spiritually protected. So guard your heart, but not too much. Try to come out of the defensiveness a little bit, the insecurities a little bit. Trust in your power. Know your power. Know your power to be knocked down and hurt and to rise back up with more wisdom, strength, understanding than before. Your ability to get back up over and over and over and over and over again draws a lot of people who have a hard time getting back up out of that darkness to your light because they want to learn from it, not because they want to steal it. Some of them may want to steal it, some of them may want to put it out, but they will never succeed. The horse, the cosmic egg. You are motivated, ambitious, driven, goal-oriented. You have a lot on your mind and you are moving forward. And all your hard work is paying off. You are really breaking a lot of cycles from the past, and this deep beauty you hold within you, nobody could break through it. Nobody could take it from you. You guard it jealously. I just heard you guard your light and your purity and your high vibrational energy very jealously. You do not allow people to treat you as less than what you are. And so this can sometimes affect them in ways where they may lash out at you in some way. Hurt children lash out, hurt people lash out, and all of us have an inner child. Have you ever seen that meme where you got the man and the woman sitting back to back and their inner child is inside a cage reaching out to each other, but the man and the woman have so much pride, so much hurt, so much anger, so much fear that they aren't reaching out to each other? Well, now is the time to wake yourself up, to see what your inner child is reaching out for, and to feel like you are worthy of it because you have put in a lot of work and a lot of effort and a lot of time for it. We got 2 horses here too, so you guys may want to look up the horse and look into it a little bit more. I mentioned some of the spiritual meanings behind it, but you can get a more in-depth look and it may help you as well. Having hope and trust that there will be new opportunities in the future, letting go of the regret, letting go of the shame, letting go of the guilt, letting go of the depression. You may even have been dealing with a lot of depression, keeping your hope and faith alive throughout that. Some of you may even be having to keep your hope and faith alive that your children have not been turned against you, because I'm feeling like some of you feel like your children turned their back on you and it was somehow your fault, but it wasn't your fault. It was the things that they were dealing with inside themselves or in their own world. There's a new journey right in front of you. Something that's going to bring a lot of passion, a lot of joy, a lot of optimism into your life. And some of you may be grieving immensely right now. And okay, that's fine. Trust that, because that's where you need to be in the moment. Don't let yourself drown in it, but know that it is okay to hurt, that it is okay to feel, that it is okay to cry, that it is okay to be upset over an opportunity you feel like was lost. But this opportunity was lost for a reason, and it's hard to see sometimes when you're feeling that way, that an opportunity was lost for a reason. But this opportunity was lost so there could be a new beginning, so that things could be done in a new way, so that you could really get what you're worth. You are worthy of commitment, solidity, loyalty. You're worthy of starting something new for yourself that feels good for you, that brings you self-esteem, that brings you confidence, that supports you and encourages you. I feel like a lot of you support others and encourage others. You give others the opportunity to heal this pain in themselves and to see the world with new eyes, the eyes of the hopeful, the eyes of the faithful. And if you allow yourself to drown in this pain, you will be in the same darkness that those people are in, instead of the beautiful light that you are in, because we all have the capability of being in that darkness. And all of us, not all of us, a lot of our demons are very similar, but we all have that within us. You are very positive and joyful, and others may not think that it's genuine. The joke's on them, because it is. They can't get to you and bring you down because you are used to the darkness being attracted to the light that you possess, and you know how to handle those situations. Exactly. And you are very spiritually protected. So don't worry about what people are going to do to you, how they're trying to hurt you, things like that. Make sure that you walk away when you need to, and make sure that you hold your head high. Make sure that you know that there's always a new beginning. If something ends and a door closes, it was meant to be, and there will be a new one opening for you. 13:55 was on the clock when I said that as well. So I feel like a lot of you are aligning, you're learning, you're growing, you've been working through a lot of things, and you are really succeeding in the changes that you're making in your life. You are always on point in your words and your actions, and you always have a plan, or at least it looks like it. You seem to have everything together. I feel a very depressed, melancholy type of energy going on surrounding you guys. Just kind of like I'm here, but why? What do I want to be here for today? And I've been there. And it hurts. But know there's a reason. Know that there is a reason. And know that the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. And a lot of you could be avoiding crying because you're like, I shouldn't be crying over this stupid person. I shouldn't be crying over this stupid situation. It's a weakness to cry, or something along those lines as well. Know that that crying is going to help pull you out of this zombified state. It's kind of like a state where you're just going through the motions. Going through the motions, faking it somehow. I'm not even half the girl ow. That's from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, if you didn't know that. You can look it up on YouTube, Going Through the Motions. You are always on point, though, in your words and your actions, and you make a very big difference in this world around you. So believe in that, trust in that, and know that everything that's happening is happening for a reason. That's what I have for you guys, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you guys had to say about it in the comments below, whether or not it resonates, what you might be going through, and I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 2, for you guys. First off, I would like to say that your heart would like to let you know that you are here to make a very strong difference in this world. I'd like to build the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees, snow-white turtle doves. I'd like to hold it in my hand and keep it company. Put your hand in my hand, baby, help me find the way. With your hand in my hand, baby. Yeah, I don't know if that last part was the right lyrics, but that's the song that comes to mind when I look at this picture. This is also from my children's book that you can find on here as well. And I feel like you guys are here to make a very big difference in this world, to transform the lives around you by showing your kindness and your love. There's a lot of people who would like to keep you from showing that kindness and love, tell you that it's a weakness, tell you that it's not okay, tell you that you should be afraid that these people are going to hurt you, or that you're going to die, or that everything's going to be so horrible and awful and painful that you should never put yourself out there like that. Why would you do that? And now that you're hurting, that's your own fault. You shouldn't have did that, and you should know better. You should have been discerning in your actions. Well, you know what? I'd rather spread love. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. It doesn't matter what you call yourself. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what gender you are. He who wants the rose must respect the thorns. It doesn't matter who you are. You are a human. It doesn't matter who you are. You are a life form on this planet. It doesn't matter if you're an animal. It doesn't matter if you are a plant. It doesn't matter what you are. You deserve respect. You deserve love. You deserve to be taken care of and appreciated. And you want to show that care and appreciation and love to the rest of the world around you, regardless of what anybody else thinks or believes you should be doing. I done did everything they said I couldn't do. I done did everything they said I shouldn't do. I done did everything they said I wouldn't do. And with God as my witness, I made it through. What soul is more important? Your earthly body or your immortal one? What did Jesus tell his followers to do? To take the clothes on their back and to preach to anyone they saw. Doesn't matter what they had in their past. Everyone could decide to follow a new path today. And there may be a lot of naysayers around you that don't want you doing this. Act your age and use some manners. Watch the difference made. A new source of income. And you may be lashing out at people at times because of the pain they have put you through, because they don't treat you the same way that you treat them, and because you're feeling very hurt, very vulnerable. Maybe you have let some of these people and their anxieties trigger you into worrying, or trigger you into believing in only the bad things are happening. or only the bad things are coming, but your natural state is to want to be in a state of openness and love for the world surrounding you. So be in that state and watch how much your world shifts and changes around you. Don't let people convince you to stay in a state of paranoia or a state of hurt or a state of fear or a state of lack. Open yourself up to the possibilities of everyone in the world being just as loving as you, because they could be. What you put out, you get back. Arguments revealed. Rhyme and reason. One look and they can't continue. You wouldn't be facing this if you couldn't handle it. Love yourself fully. Find your truth. So, you might be revealing a lot of the things that have been going on around you, a lot of the situations that have been going on around you. You may even be revealing situations or arguments where you have been blamed for them. But the blame is both sides. For one thing, you can't have an argument with one person. For another thing, I feel like the arguments you were having were arguments where you were standing up for your beliefs, you were standing up for the rights of others, or the things like that. You were standing up for the rights of some situation. You were standing up for your beliefs. You were standing up for love. So what you need to do is you need to open up your mouth and you need to express the love you have. You need to express why you felt those arguments were so important, why you felt like the situation needed to be addressed. And you also need to try not to allow people to drag you down into their childish way of behaving. Try not to be dragged down into your own childish way of behaving. Try to rise above. Let's see what we have for the cards here. Wow, I took a long time on that picture, didn't I? First quarter moon in Aries. Step into your power. Last quarter moon in Pisces. Talk less, feel more. So it's time to stop saying things and it's time to start showing them. It's time to start feeling them. It's time to start expressing them. Some of you may have hidden some of the more vulnerable parts of yourself from others around you because you were worried about being hurt. It's time to step up into your power. It's time to take your power back. It's time to dance with life. It's time to be bold and courageous. It's time to pray, time to meditate, time to get in touch with your intuition, time to get in touch with your inner self and your inner being and your inner child, and to see why your inner child might be acting out and lashing out at others around you, and why other people's inner childs around you might be lashing out and behaving in that way. And then you can address the problem better too. Understanding people, working to understand people, that is a very healthy thing to do and a good thing to do. Most people will tell you that it isn't because they're like, oh, you're just excusing abusers' behaviors. No. Just because you can understand where they're coming from doesn't mean you're excusing their behavior. And in fact, if you're standing against it and they continue doing it, then you should get the fuck away from them. But understanding what they're going through and why they're behaving how they are, you can get inside their heart better. You might be scared and worried, feeling like the sky is going to fall at any minute, feeling like you're alone on this journey. You have a lot more support than you realize around you. And even though you are alone in the physical, because I feel like a lot of you may be alone in the physical, or you may have been alone for most of your life and had to rely on yourself and do things on your own. I feel like you guys have a very deep strength and emotional balance and emotional stability within yourself. You guys are able to make it through anything. You're able to face anything. You are able to rise above any challenge that comes your way, and they wouldn't be coming your way if you weren't capable of doing that. So stop feeling like you aren't. Stop freaking out. Stop allowing anxiety to take over your mind. When you start feeling anxious, I just want you to do this. I want you to sit and I want you to take a deep breath in for 5 seconds. Do it right now. In and out. In and out. As you do this, allow all the muscles in your body to release any tension they might be holding. Allow yourself to release any of that negative energy. Feel your heartbeat and feel it slowing, calming. Feel all the weight being lifted from your shoulders, and feel yourself relaxing. Even people with asthma have success with doing this. Anxiety, panic attacks. I almost felt like I was going to have a heart attack a couple years ago. That was the worst anxiety attack I had ever. And you know what? I don't even have anxiety attacks anymore because I take care of my damn self. And because I have learned how to rewire my thoughts. That's what your heart is telling you. That you have it within you to be able to do this, to align yourself and to feel good about what you're doing and to no longer feel like you need to lash out at others because you're afraid of situations. And I'm not saying that I haven't once or twice still this year ended up doing something like that. But what I am saying, it's a lot less often. And even when I do that, I don't have the panic or anxiety attacks anymore. Psychosis. You can get psychosis just by looking through internet. Really, you can get on YouTube and be scrolling and fear-based, 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 fear-based. So when you're feeling that way, pull away from the things that increase that energy. And give some time and space to yourself so you can calm down and relax, because the energy we put out is the energy that will come back to us. So when you're feeling in that really anxious energy, all of that anxiety-related crap is going to be coming your way, and it's going to be filling your mind with even more and more and more anxiety. Two of Swords, meditation, calming your mind so you can make the decisions that are best for yourself and for others. A great leader isn't somebody who just makes the best decisions for themselves. They make the best decisions for everyone involved in a situation. And you're being asked to step up into this energy of a great leader and to accept that responsibility and know that you can handle it, and to make the decisions that are the best for yourself and everyone else involved as well. And to stop worrying that because you're making the best decisions, the world is going to eat you up and spit you out. And trust me, I feel you there, because I chose to do it without having to take child support from my ex. We haven't even officially ended our marriage yet, because if we did, somebody would have to pay a child support. And for one thing, he wanted to put me on child support and wanted me to trust him after all the betrayals, and there's no way. I'm sorry, but no. I was a stay-at-home mom for 10 years, and I have never betrayed him. And I would be the one that would be more trustworthy in that position, not him. And for another thing, I was promised that I would be able to go after my dreams with the support behind me for sacrificing my life to stay at home with my kids, because both of us felt like it would be better if we had somebody stay at home with our kids. And then when it came time, nobody was on board. And everybody spent all their time trying to sabotage me until I finally walked away from it. But the reason that we did it this way is because this way my kids have one home. And he doesn't have a lot of money. So this way they have a home. Of course, I also thought that I was going to be able to spend time with them, and that it wasn't going to be considered a favor for me to be able to spend time with them, or to be able to ask for something I needed if I needed it. Because if he was in this position, I sure as fuck would not have let him go hungry one day. But he did me several times. And he wonders why I walked away from him. Because that's not what I deserve. I deserve somebody who has a heart like mine, and I will find somebody like that. Making the decisions to go after your true path and purpose, and to know that you have the strength and the durability, the consistency, the emotional stability to be able to make it through. Stepping more into your masculine energy and stepping up to the plate. Being able to run things, but being able to run them in the right way. And that's what your heart wants from you. You may have been denying the more masculine side of yourself. And a lot of that could be because you may not have known your father when you were younger, or you may not have gotten to spend a lot of time around him. There could be some abandonment or rejection issues going on there. There could also be not realizing that your father was making the best decisions he could at the time as well. Maybe some of you have had to learn through some hard lessons how to be more accepting of the decisions that he made as well. You know what? I could have left here and I could have made more money somewhere else. Because honestly, I probably could have, especially doing what I'm doing, because around here there's a lot of people who think I'm evil for doing what I'm doing. It's a very small town. A very small, very poor town. And I have no family. I'm starting to make some friends. The first friends I made weren't the greatest. But I chose to remain here, with or without money. And that's because money isn't the most important thing that my kids need. My kids need me in their life. And now my kids have turned and left my life, which sucks. Because I have put everything into them. And I have put everything into being here for them. My ex's family told them that I walked out on them and that I abandoned them. I didn't abandon them. My father didn't even abandon me, even though I didn't get to see him as much as I would have liked, and I didn't get to hear from him as much as I would have liked, because he lived smack dab in the middle of me and my little sister and was 9 hours away from me when I was growing up, the majority of the time I was growing up. And we didn't have a phone the majority of the time I was growing up. But I will say this much: every time he came to town, my mom let him stay on the couch because she wanted him to be able to save his money so that we could go out and do something fun, and so that he could stay longer and see me longer. So she didn't see a point in him getting a hotel room. She made sure he ate while he was there. That's the kind of person I deserve in my life, and you deserve that too. So until somebody wants to come at you with the right energy, focus on your goals, focus on healing whatever needs to be healed inside you, and focus on opening up and expressing more of what you have within yourself that other people might turn away from you because of. And accept that that is okay. It is okay if you have nobody around you, as long as you are living by your own morals and values. So, we have: you have risen up from the darkness time after time. So much strength in such a small package. You are a light in this dark world. Shine that light always, and don't let anybody convince you that it's not okay. I am enough. My voice matters. I matter. I work hard. I deserve rest. I deserve downtime. I deserve playtime. I deserve to be and feel happy. I deserve me time and me space. I receive freely, knowing that I have done enough, and all will come back to me. I no longer need to worry. I no longer need to worry. God, it's amazing how much those resonated with this entire reading. And they said it in such a more eloquent way. Even though it's my own words still, yeah, I was having a hard time wording some of the things I was saying throughout that. So I'm really glad, and I'm really happy with the messages that came out in that one. That's what I have for you guys, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you guys thought about it in the comments below, whether or not it resonated with you or what you might be going through. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 3. For you guys, what is your heart trying to tell you? Some of you guys may feel like you're from another world altogether because it doesn't seem like anything in this world even makes sense to you, because you think and you feel so differently. You are such an unconditionally loving person, and you're like this mountain of strength a distance away that has all this love and nourishment to pour out onto others. You get your love and nourishment straight from the source. You get your energy straight from the source, and you have a beautiful wealth of this energy within you. I feel like some of you guys could even be going through some hard times right at the moment. Could have had to go through some hard lessons, some pain, some cleansing on your journey, some serious cleansing, so that you could open yourself back up again. I feel like some of you may even be feeling a little bit detached from the world around you. And you know what? A healthy detachment is good. Too much detachment and you're a sociopath. Not enough detachment and you are an obsessive, needy, clingy person. There's a nice happy medium. There's a nice happy medium of attachment level. I feel like a lot of you guys might be really learning that. And at the same time, a lot of you guys might feel very alone or very distant from others right at this moment. Some of you guys could definitely believe in starseeds as well. Some of you guys really might feel like you don't belong here. This isn't your home. And you can't wait to get back to your home for some of you. But you are here for a reason, so know that and trust that. We have romantic comedy, a weak aura, travel time coming, and I wanted to say time travel when I seen that. Travel time coming. Open your eyes, be present in the now. An ego death will bring long-awaited answers. Kindness matters. So this love and light and joy that you spread around you, the emotion that you give to the world around you, it really matters. You may not see that it matters. You may not notice how much all the beauty that you bring to this world, to this dark, cold space of openness, you may not see how much that matters, but it does. Someone drugged. Gather courage and strength. Vacation needed. You have morals. Emotional fight. Renewal of passions. So you may be coming back to life after a long time of feeling so disconnected from life or the world around you, from people around you maybe even. You're definitely coming back to life. You really need to get away. You need to have some fun. You need to have some rest. You need to have some downtime. You may be taking some sort of pharmaceutical drugs to kind of fix whatever emotional problems you're having. But I would say, don't quote me because I am not a doctor, but I would say not to, because I will not. I have the power within myself to be able to heal those things, and it requires healing, not burying. And that is what it's called. It's called burying the problem instead of actually addressing it and healing it. And there are ways to address and heal those problems, and it has been proven to work far more effectively than any pharmaceutical drugs ever could. That's why they stopped over-medicating people so much. Could have something to do with somebody drugging someone without somebody knowing as well, and gathering the courage and strength to be able to let people know about that. Let's see what else we have here. Last quarter moon in Aquarius. Reflect on your priorities. So it's time to reflect on what is most important to you, what you have been working towards, what you believe in, what is going to be the thing that you are most focused on, and whether or not the thing that you are most focused on is the thing that you should be focused on. Last quarter moon in Capricorn, leave behind the past. It's time to let go of the past. It's time to leave it behind. It's time to release, forgive. Know that just because you're letting go of it, just because you're releasing it, just because you're forgiving it, doesn't mean it will repeat itself. Last quarter moon in Leo, lighten up. It's time to really lighten up, to have some fun, to enjoy yourself. There may even be a situation in your life that is really funny when you look at it, but you may be stressed over it, you may be worried over it, you may be upset about it, you may be hurt by it, but it could be something that is really just fucking hilarious when you look at it. If you made a movie about what's going on in your life right now, would you be laughing? Because you know what? There's some pretty hilarious romantic comedies out there that have a lot to do with people going through a lot of pain or a lot of despair, but you're seeing both sides of it. And, you know, you might not be seeing the other person's side of it. There could be even a very emotional fight that has happened recently. Somebody could have been under the influence during this fight, and that could have been part of the reason why it happened. This emotional fight may have renewed your passions, though. Even if it was hurtful, even if it was hard, are you going to use your passions to dive into a hole now? Or are you going to use your passions to fill your world with light? Because you can take and transmute that energy into something important for you. We have the Six of Wands, Justice, the Knight of Chalices, the World. We got a lot of these cards. The Seven of Cups and the Tower. We have the Whale, the Snake, and the Fish. So it's time to be able to be adaptable, to be able to go with the flow. You have been fighting upstream for so damn long that it's ridiculous. And at this point, there's not even a purpose to go upstream anymore. Right now is the time to just go with the flow. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. You have been breaking a lot of cycles from the past. You have really been altering your world, and in the process of altering your own world, you are altering the world around you as well. This light that you hold within you is transforming everything around you. There may have been something that really shocked you, that really just brought your world almost to a halt. There may be a phone call, a really important phone call that comes that really hurts. There also could have just been a situation that happened that really just brought you to your knees. And the reason this happened is so you could learn how to stand again. There is a lot of good things coming for you. A lot of good things. You could really do anything you want, be anywhere you want, have anyone you want. What do you want? What is your priority? What is your choice? What is for you? Because whatever you choose, there's going to be this recognition, this success, this victory. You have really worked hard to be able to cleanse your mind of the overthinking, of the anxiety, of the fear-based crap, of the constant fight. I feel like you have really explored your emotions. You have really delved into them. And you've been able to do it in a calm manner. You have been able to really go inside and learn and grow and understand yourself better. And if you haven't got to that point yet, this is where you're working towards. Have compassion with yourself just as you would anyone else. Understanding, forgiveness, kindness, care, empathy, love, light. All of those are within yourself. Fill yourself up with them. Protect your energy, but not too much. Share that energy with the world around you, but keep enough for yourself as well. I feel like somebody is going to be coming in to express their love to you, to recognize your skills, to recognize how much you have triumphed over and how much work it took and how amazingly easy you made it look to be able to transform yourself and the world around you. And I feel like you have earned this. You have earned this credit. This is what is due to you. So be confident. Be stable. Be grounded. Know that you have everything you need within yourself, and the rest will follow. See what we have. Likes travel and adventure. Makes everything seem fun and new. Always ready to try new things. Playful and fun. Excitement is always to be had with you around. So you're somebody very fun. You're somebody who brings a lot of joy to situations. You're somebody who really enjoys other cultures, other places. You enjoy experiencing new things and going to new heights. You enjoy overcoming things, and I feel like there is a trip coming in your near future, and you're being urged to accept it. It may not be something that you can do on your own. Somebody else may be offering it to you, but you're being urged to accept it because you deserve it. Even if things don't work out, even if you're worried about the situation, don't allow fear to guide your actions. You deserve a vacation. I deserve a vacation. I haven't had a vacation that was just a vacation ever. Literally ever. That was just a vacation and nothing else. I had a vacation where I took my mom to get her teeth removed, and we used it as an excuse to hop over to the next town over, which was an old silver mining town. I had a vacation where we went for the night to go watch a concert, and everybody was freaking out because I was pregnant, but I wanted to make sure that I got to do something before I had my baby, and we happened to win some tickets on the radio, and we made it happen. I've had lots of vacations where I went to visit family, but I've never had a vacation that was just something that I wanted to do and someplace I wanted to go. And you may not have either. And it's okay to want that, and it's okay to accept it when it comes, no matter where it comes from. You are a hard worker, and you are very good at breaking the chains and overcoming the toxic situations. Your positivity is overflowing, especially when you are working on your passions. When you sing, no one could look away. It's like heaven opened up and a choir of angels were heard. Some people want it all, but I don't want anything at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Yeah, that's the song that came to mind. So you could also even be worried that somebody may not be looking at you as an option because you don't have monetary substance to offer. And if so, listen to that song, because that's how somebody feels about you. And this could be you as well. You may feel that way about someone else. Doesn't matter what they have, you love them anyway. This person may not even get that. This person you guys could be mirroring each other, and both of you could be feeling that way. So that's pretty much what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys thought about it, whether or not it resonated, what you might be going through, and I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.